Here we go. Here we go. On the move. On the move. In the groove. In the groove. In the groove. In the groove.
Hello, everybody. Sorry we're late. Oh no, hold on. Joker's audio went out again.
No, you're kidding me.
Okay, now I can hear you. It was just,
okay.
it was just very echoing, like you're.
You have
talking.
a little bit of a haze again.
Oh, do I? Okay, it may be this fan on my laptop. I've got an older MacBook, and the thing.
That's much worse.
Is it?
That's much worse.
Okay, sorry about that. Hold on. You know what? It may be picking up off the wrong audio input. Okay, hold on.
Oh, there's much better.
Okay, that's what it was. Because it was actually picking up off my laptop mic. And
so guys, totally forgot that we're supposed to do it. I want to thank Murph for sending me a message saying, "Hey, aren't you guys supposed to be live streaming right now?" And it's like, let's see how fast I can make this go. So I'm Joker from Players Wanted. With me is Moondog from Moondog Industries.
Hey,
we're
everybody.
gonna talk some stuff about some Bad Blood tonight. But actually, if you don't mind, I want to hijack a little bit. I want people to have some really good feel good things.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't been paying attention to any of my stuff lately, we had something really awesome happen yesterday, and I just want to go and pull it up. And I keep talking because I'm delaying, and here we go. All right. Share screen. This one with the audio. He got his Make-A-Wish yesterday, and this might not be the right video, but I have another one I clipped. The look on his face was priceless because he had no idea that this was for him until people started cheering. When people started cheering, that's when he dawned on him that this was now his chair. Flagging. All right. I'll do it the other way. I'll go ahead and I'll upload those while we talk here, and I'll share the two videos again a little bit later on. But it was a really awesome day yesterday, and that thing is a beast. I got
how much does it weigh?
It weighs I don't even want like 400 or 500 pounds.
It
actually weighs about as much as a standard regular chair.
Oh,
it just looks beefier because of the treads, and we actually took him today to our park that he hasn't been on the backside of that park in 4 years because of how sandy and everything else it is. We couldn't push him back there. His chairs would bottom out. So, and on top of that, he hasn't been up on top of the hill in 5 years, and he got up and down the hill on his own. And then he realized, oh my God, this is fun. The chair's not going to throw me out of it. I want to do it again. So that's
awesome.
Those action track chairs are absolutely fantastic. Want to thank Make-A-Wish. I think it's the Hope Family Foundation that made the wish happen. So thank you guys. Thank Action Track Chair 2 for their support. They gave a pretty good discount off the chair, I believe, to Make-A-Wish to make this all happen. So, and it does sit to stand, although he can't stand in it yet because of his legs need to have a surgery. So really cool news for those that have been following that thing along. Figured I'd share that a little bit, but now we can go on and talk about Bad Blood. It'll take about 20 minutes for those videos to get uploaded, so it's smoother video.
Well, that's good. So, we've got some news. I don't have an update on the ticket sales, but if there's any tickets left, they're very few. So get on that. I would highly stress. Get on those get all those tickets now, because I don't think it'll last another week for that. So we're looking at about 900 players in total this year.
Wow.
Yeah. So 200 more, 200 plus more than last year, because we had the COVID restrictions on the facility.
I
From
think you're
the
delayed, but it looks like it's going to be about 900 players. There was a question. It
Oh,
popped
okay.
up. So
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah,
uh, it says what's the I don't know. These must be on one of your streams, but what's the player estimate so far? And that's what we just addressed. It's probably 900 or whatever.
yeah.
Only
The
Marxist.
last news I have is yeah, exactly that. Marxist is the only team, and I think we had less at the time. The last check was about 50 or maybe even less tickets left. So that just goes real quick, especially that's basically what six or seven teams, and then you're that's it. There's no
Yeah,
more.
it's not going to be a lot. I mean, there's a whole lot of people coming to this one. All right, so that was Zach that was asking about the player estimates so far.
Oh yeah,
Gavin
say
said only three.
yeah. And
Um,
somebody said it's only Marxist left. So
that was Gavin. Yeah, I kind of I know why it's only Marxist left because I have a feeling Moondog's going to ask me a question tonight. um, that Marxist doesn't have any leadership right now.
well, we're working on that. We're that's
I
also
don't want to be CO. I really don't. I prefer to be. I'll
no.
be an XO.
Okay, all right. So big news. Dom has to bow out for personal reasons, but he was really trying to be there this year, but he just couldn't. And so we've got he's actually nominated somebody, and as far as I know, he's is already accepted. I just got to work with him and just make sure that it's a good fit. But don't worry. We'll get all that straightened out before before next week.
He was begging me. I was like, look. In all honesty, I really don't want to be the person in charge. I'll help
You've got a
out
lot of
as
other
much as I
stuff to do.
I do. I do. With everything else going on, I just don't want to all of a sudden have to hurt like be. Know what it is? It's not that. It's extremely personal reasons. I want to go shoot Sin, and I can't go shoot Sin as a CO because then I
I
give
know.
up a stamp.
Yes, yes.
So, um, so yes, I am.
Priorities.
There is priorities there, but I mean, I have a lot of my guys coming with me that were expecting if I'm the CO, then I can't do what we're expecting to do, and the expectation there. If
Yeah,
I
and you
had
wouldn't
more
have
time
time
to
to smoke the brisket.
that's set it and forget it, man. What I'm probably going to do is honestly, I'm probably going to smoke it the couple nights before, and then just reheat it. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing, how I'm going to be traveling, and all that. That's the thing. That's the current plans that we're going through. Um, and just some of the questions I've been asked since then. All the camping has been purchased, right?
Yes, from what I've heard from the field, all the slots are reserved, are taken. So that's it.
Okay.
We're done. As far as sorry guys, accommodations. There are some other campsites in the local area. I'm not. I personally have not stayed in any of them, but just Google it. I usually stay up in Binghamton at a motel there. The closest motel is the Holiday Inn Express, but they're hell expensive, and usually they've all been booked up by the energy workers who are there, fracking
Yeah,
and whatnot. So
that seems to be the big like when I was trying to go in to get mine at the two hotels that I stayed at last time, like all the energy workers, all those guys are here taking this property. I was like, damn it, this sucks.
so Binghamton's not too bad. It's like 45 minutes. It's like 30 minutes to get to the exit, and then another 10 minutes from the exit to
I'm
drive up to
actually
the
staying in
field.
Dalton, which
Dalton.
is about the same. Yeah, it's about because it's south. It's about the same
Oh
distance.
yeah. So you can go
Um,
south too, towards Scranton, and there's motels there. So
yeah, and the
yeah.
hotel that we found there, we actually stayed in this on the way back home last time. Um, and let me see if this hotel actually has any more left over. It's the Oyo Hotel in Dalton off of I-81. Um, give me, I'll check. I'll let you
hmm
guys know if there's any. Man, I should get comps for this if there's hotel rooms.
I tried that one year. It was I called all the motels nearby and tried to get discount rates, but honestly, it was the same as if it was the same rate you would have gotten if you have AAA, or if you have any other sort of or the NRA, or AARP or whatever. You would have gotten the same rate as, with me trying to say, well, we've got this big game, and can you give us a discount? It was like a 10% off. So
That
it
was
just
it. I mean, usually the thing I try to get to is I try to get some comped room nights so that it makes it cheaper overall, for staff or whatever. All right, so if you guys are actually looking for a hotel, I found the hotel I'm staying at actually has tickets for $56 a night.
oh, that's a
Um,
really good rate.
yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
post it up here. Uh,
because I'm paying like $80 up in Binghamton,
I
and I
mean,
thought that was cheap. It's cheaper than the Holiday Inn Express, which I think it was like
holy
150.
crap, $200 a night
Where?
at the Hindeman Inn, I believe it's called.
Oh, okay. I don't know where that one is. There's like the old Colonial Inn that I stayed at too. Okay, somebody's posting up some. So we
Yeah, I'll
can
post.
post up some links, but that's definitely something you guys. If you guys are definitely get on the Facebook page for.
That's me that just posted that link, by the way.
Okay, yeah, post that up on the Bad Blood series Facebook page. If you guys have any recommendations out there for places to
I'm
stay.
glad I'm not the only one that says blood at times. um,
Sorry,
so
I'm a little sun. No, I wouldn't say sun drenched. It's more UV because it was drizzling fog all morning here in San Francisco. But I was outdoors for the Girl Scouts,
okay,
but when you're out in the beach all day, you kind of feel. I definitely got a bit of sunburn because
that's
I
where
could feel it in my
Damien
face.
had his Make-A-Wish reveal. The only park that was open was actually in Hollywood Beach in Florida.
I was going to ask you where that was.
Hollywood Beach. It's called a
Yeah.
place called Charnel Park, and it was just. It was. I mean, we had like a quick. It's what we call the Florida thunderstorms. It just rolls right past. Like all the people are running off the beach and they're getting out. They're packing up and they're leaving. And we're like, it'll be over in 20 minutes. Sure enough, 20 minutes later, the storm had passed over, and it didn't even affect us because we were inside of a pavilion, so it was great.
Oh yeah.
Um,
So
so I know
it
exactly what
wasn't
you mean
just
about the.
pergolas, right? It was actually if a
It's
downpour
a
came
huge
out.
pavilion. Yeah,
Okay.
we rented the pavilion for it. I mean, it was spectacular. But I know exactly what you mean about being like even today. We had to take it out for another test drive at Wolf Lake, which is a park right around the corner from my house. And I bought some things, so ramps, so I could put it into the back of the truck.
Hmm.
So I had to test out everything. um, so I'm right there with you. Yes, I did post a link to the stat page. Um, so it does literally the link came in right when I sent it to you. I was like, we're late. We're late.
Yeah.
um, so I posted I put it on here, but I'll post it to the Bad Blood series as well, letting them know, hey guys, this hotel still has rooms. It's only $56 a night. Not bad at all.
Yeah. Pretty good.
So
I might move there. So,
that's part of like sometimes the fun is like if you find a hotel where you can just get everybody together, it's sort of like the camping, except you actually have AC and beds and showers.
yes. Yeah. There's that. I generally pick my accommodations to find someplace as close as possible to a Cracker Barrel, but that's just me. So anyway, what else news wise on Bad Blood? We've got Matt is definitely coming, Evic Matt, and we've got a special. We're going to include him in our special mission at the very end of the game. So I'm not going to disclose
Ooh.
exactly what the mission is, but it will involve Evic Matt. So that is definitely that's a good reason for everybody to come out this year. Of course, they're get in on those Marxist tickets if you while you still can, and you'll get a chance to shoot Evic Matt. So
Yeah, get on the winning side for the box. The Marxists, the team that's going to steamroll everybody again. I mean, it really isn't that hard. Oh, look, hold on, we gotta switch this up here.
hey Nick, how are you?
Hey,
I would yell at you for being late, but I was late, so
no, I was trying to take care of my kid tonight, get her to bed.
Oh, good.
hey, Garcia, how you doing, buddy?
Doing all right.
So I mean, I'm really looking forward to Bad Blood. I'm looking forward to doing all the stuff now. I have a little bit of inside knowledge of what's going to happen with that thing. I don't know all the details, but enough to go. All right, when I hear that horn, I'm going headhunting.
Well, you don't have to start early because we won't. The special mission won't take into effect until announce it over the PA. So there's no point.
That's what I'm talking about.
hunting.
When I hear that, that's when I'm
Oh
going to
yeah,
go
yes,
headhunting.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
um, uh, sorry.
No worries. What other news that I actually this has nothing to do with the Bad Blood, but did anybody catch Garan Thumb's new video that he just posted up today? He was actually over at Milsim West and to participate at that, and I thought that was interesting.
I saw it. I didn't get a chance to view the whole thing yet. Yeah, it looks interesting. I'm going to watch it in a little bit. But yeah, it's basically as airsoft, a good training tool, really.
Yeah, no spoilers. Yeah.
You don't go. You just go running in and blazing and shooting everything. I mean, come on.
But he's not the first to do it, though. There was others I saw. I think it was Polnar Tactical did it, and then T-Rex Arms did it as well. They had one. Can you do dry fire practice with airsoft? Does that translate to real world experience? And they had an airsofter from Japan.
Yeah.
Who
I've seen that.
Came in and basically picked it up and went.
I saw that one. That video was like last year, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, a couple of years.
That was
last year.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a while back. And I know they I mean, Evic sells targeting systems. It's good. It's a great way to train if you do any holster work from a pistol, because the muscle memory is the same in terms of doing a proper draw and presentation. The aiming at close enough range is practically the same. So within 7 yards, it really makes very little difference. I won't go into too many spoilers. You're just saying it from when you're engaging at a distance from rifle distance. Yeah, you're leading in a much different way than you would with the real arms. So you don't want to pick up those habits from airsoft. It would be catastrophic if you're leading the same way with real steel. And of course, the distances are nowhere near the engagement distances are nowhere near the same. So if you're gonna wait till you don't want to wait till you get to 100 or 200 feet like you do in airsoft before engage. Well, personally, I wouldn't engage anybody closer than farther away than 100 feet with an AEG. So, but you wouldn't wait that long with real steel.
That's it. I mean, just 100 feet. I mean,
I would usually wait till 75. That's my sweet distance.
I pick people off at 250 feet all day.
Well, in the woods, could you actually see them and pick them off from that distance?
Yeah. So the only reason why I wear glasses, I can see distance just fine. I just now can't see anything that's on text. I only need my glasses to read. So I actually have.
I just don't think I can reliably hit anybody with my AEG from more than
it depends on the upgrades you have in your gun. I mean, if it's the only ones that I would say that I had really good experience with out of the box that would work well has been like some of G&G guns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't like Crytek would work well too. It's just that they're heavy as hell, and I just don't like carrying a Crytek around. But 3 of my guns have ranges of around 300 feet as an AEG, because I have the Umbrella Armory OCAL, I have the Joker gun, which is a ridiculously long PCC-9, and another gun that's just been, that pink one right there. Rooster was using that on full auto, and was the only people at 250 feet. If you have the proper patch barrel and everything else, you don't even need high. You don't need to have a hard spring or anything else. I'll said it before. I'll say it again. The D-Hop barrel, as soon as I put that in there, I got increased range and accuracy. And I'm just really good at just popping the shots, but I could also see where my BBs are going, so I can adjust. I don't use sights. I watch where my BBs go and adjust.
Okay.
That's kind of another bad habit, though. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Because I
Well, if
would.
we're shooting, yeah,
Yeah,
if I'm shooting real steel, hey, where's my?
yeah.
Oh, whoops. I could use irons, I could use sights and everything else when I'm using real steel, but I'm playing airsoft. I'm watching where my BBs go, and I. That's why a lot of times when you see me use tracers almost all the times, especially indoors, is because I could see where my BBs are going, and I'm so fast on the adjustments.
Plus, it looks so much better on film.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Like nothing's better than watching four BBs bounce off a dude's chest, and they say you didn't hit me. Uh, that's always like the fun that goes on whenever you play airsoft. But the only thing I really need to do is I really just need to start running my zoom cam again, so that way people can see how far the shots are going and for the hits and all
What
that.
were you using for a zoom cam?
Nothing.
I
I was
mean,
so I'm actually going to talk about it on Tuesday.
oh, okay.
Just,
Well, I don't want
just hold it.
spoilers then.
No, I just had it in my hand. So I now have Hero 9 Blacks. Um, and I was iffy about upgrading from the 7 to the 9 because of
Hmm.
what happened. The 8s overheat a lot. You can't run them from airsoft. So I haven't run this outside yet in the sun to see, but I mean, we were today with my son Damien going around taking video of him doing the stuff in the action track chair where there was a lot of direct heat on it, and it did not do that bad at all. But the quality of the camera for the Hero Black 9 Black, I could zoom in and crop in where
Yeah,
it doesn't
okay.
look pixelated. So that's typically what I do. I mean, when I'm talking about engagement distance of, I don't even deal with the woods ball stuff for that. I only get stuff that's close so people can really see the strikes. I hate doing, maybe the BB went there and putting a mark there and putting the fake sound like some other guys do. First off, that takes too much time. That's too much editing. But secondly, half the time people say you didn't hit him anyway. Whatever. Um,
But yeah,
so
so if you got enough resolution on that, then you can do the digital zoom in on that.
the Hero 9 Blacks, I would say that if you're an airsofter and you've had the 6 or 5 or 7, upgrade to the 9s. The 9s work really well. And tune in Tuesday because I'll tell you all about the little trick with GoPro in these and how I got 2 Hero 9 Blacks for $50.
Okay, I'm
Legally,
definitely tuning into
100%
that.
legal. 100% legal. So yeah, well, because we're going to be talking quite a bit about cameras and everything else. I have a question. Do you know if Tim mowed the grass? And hopefully the grass is chest high again?
I didn't check if when's the last time he mowed it, but yeah, sorry, I'll make a note of that to tell him not to do that.
Because that was some of the best experience that we had back in 19, especially where the Marxists
Be right
spawned at.
back.
All right, was running through that. Um, in 19, Nick, were you near that spot, like in the pine trees, the pine forest?
19. I wasn't playing in 19. I don't think.
Okay.
I've been away for a couple of years. Yeah.
I missed this Moondog, so I was going to
Mhm.
send it up here. Question came in: how does one become an embed? Anything required? I was thinking about it for next year.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because I'm probably late for this year.
Well, okay. So, how do you get to be the embed? Well, get to know your team leadership because you're going to be working with them very closely. But the difference with the embeds is that even though you're playing with that faction, you're actually playing for me. You're playing for the staff of the game because your primary responsibility as an embed is to make sure that the game is running properly. And that's why they're called embeds. They're embedded referees. They're embedded staff on that particular faction. So, but the first thing is get to know other staff members, other embeds, and especially who the if you have a preference, like if you have other friends who are on a faction, more than likely you'll want to play on that faction. So get to know your CO and show them that you're a responsible person. Sort of thing. The dress for the job that you want. So act in the job that you want. Put yourself out there. Take on some responsibilities in terms of your faction leadership in the chain of command, and just show that you can be responsible. You can show up on time. You can help out other players, and then and get them to refer you to me, and let's talk. And now, in terms of embeds, you're going to be involved with the planning of the game like the rest of us. You'll get a chance to, you'll shoot as much as anybody else. But if if there's a call or an injury on the field, we want somebody who's responsible. Doesn't necessarily mean we need an EMT or somebody trained like that, but we just want somebody responsible who can read a map, tell us where stuff is going on, or and be responsible enough to bring one of our game chronos onto the field and spot check folks because the every game there's always going to be somebody saying that somebody's shooting hot. So yeah, we the embeds have or at least one of the embeds in each of the factions has a chrono to check. So those are some of the responsibilities. Hopefully that answers your question. If you have any other questions, please just DM me or
learn the rules.
Yeah. Yes.
Make sure you have the rules front and back. Make sure that you realize that when you're there, even though you're playing for your side and all that, when you're an embedded admin, you can't use that as a level of advantage for your side. When you put that vest on, you're no longer a player. You're now acting as an admin. That doesn't mean that you can sit there and say, "Oh, this guy's doing that." You have to have a really good articulable suspicion that, hey, that guy is not calling hits or whatever. Sort of like 2019, the little a-hole inside of the the pine forest that was not calling hits and full autoing everybody at point blank range and all that. That a lot of guys had a problem with that time. I think you ended up banning him, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. I don't even remember his name, but we here's a good thing that what I'm looking for in embed. If you love playing the game and you really love how the rest of your team and you are enjoying the game and you really don't like it when there's a spoiler out there that's just ruining the game for everybody just because they want to get more kills. If you're the kind of guy who just wants everybody to play fair and just everybody enjoy yourself, that's the kind of folks we want for embeds. So
it's all Nick's fault.
Now Nick's been playing both as a CO and embed for 12 years since we started this game. So we've got Vendetta here going to get some stuff.
Yeah, so I mean that's the key thing. It's like sometimes you have to work your way up. We always need help on the chrono station.
This is true. If you can show up for the chrono station and reliably, we know that we can rely on you. You're very, very likely to be an embed.
I unfortunately had Tinker is not able to attend this time.
Bummer.
His time off request has been denied. Unfortunately, yeah, it sucks because he was really looking forward to coming and having a good time, but evidently, like several people with more seniority than him decided to take that day off and. They either took the Friday or the Monday off, so he can't take all the days off that he would have to be to travel. So, but I am bringing 2 new fresh faces for us to abuse the hell out of. So That's great.
For those who don't know, Joker is coming from South Florida. So anybody
20 miles north of Miami. So it's a 17-hour drive, 18-hour drive.
At least, yeah. The farthest I've ever driven along the 95 is Charleston, and I thought that was a long enough drive from New York City. So,
ever since I drove from Fort Lauderdale to Indianapolis Airport in one sitting, or Indianapolis, Indiana, and set up at Origins Game Fair, and then 24 hours later, 36 hours later, did it all the way back home nonstop. Yeah, I don't feel long drives anymore. It is. This is what I love. I love doing this because it's like if you guys are inside of Pennsylvania, you have no reason not to come to this event because my happy butt is driving 19 hours and 30 minutes. And actually, that's a lie because I have to go to the west coast of Florida first to pick up the people riding up. So I'm actually driving for 23 hours.
Damn.
To get up there. So, I'm going to be sleeping.
You're going to split the driving a little bit at least.
Yeah, so I'm gonna treat it as if I treat next Tuesday. I think it is. Depends on when when I'm out of Zuck jail here. I'm a late night. I drive I'm a late night kind of guy, so I'll probably sleep at like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning for a few hours while somebody else drives. But once I get in and start driving, it's not really going to affect me.
Well, that's good. Yeah, once I'm like I'm like you. Once I'm in the driver's seat and I'm settled in, I can just keep on going until I get too sleepy to drive, and then beyond that, I don't ever feel bad about being in the car for too long.
6 hours, 6 hours is nothing. That's a battalion drive. We're driving up to Jacksonville from Fort Lauderdale to go to battalion, and then do it, and then go home the same day. Or yeah, it's this is one of the few events that I really want to travel for because of how awesome the AO is and how unique the gameplay is. Is there a cap on embeds per faction?
Well, right now, well, we're trying to staff up to 3 per faction. I mean, theoretically, no. So, but we'd like to keep it even for all the factions. So, yeah, it wouldn't necessarily behoove us to have 6 embeds in one of the factions and 2 in the other one. So, technically, no. So if you're interested, Zombie Deathmask Airsoft, get me some credentials and we can talk.
Ooh! Can we make him run the gauntlet?
Oh yeah, sure.
Have that interview from Office Space. What is it that you do here? um. So when did gates open up at 4 o'clock? Right
Yes.
on Friday. Okay.
So for folks who are coming in who are driving up, you can come in, check in. Let me scratch that because sometimes the field isn't necessarily prepared yet at 4 o'clock for you to check in and find your campsite. But the gates will open up, and you can pick up any last minute items with the vendors who are out there or with the field. And we will open up the chrono stations and early check-in at 5 o'clock. So if all things are going well, the field will be ready to check you in, and they'll tell me or tell you guys, put a sign up if they're not ready to check in for those of you who are coming up to camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. But of course, you could always use the facilities in terms of if you had a long drive and you need to take a number 1 or 2.
Find out. I need to talk to my sponsors to find out what gun I'm going to be actually raffling off again.
Oh, good.
Sorry, and I have not got the karaoke machine yet. It's still
it's still on the way. Okay.
It looks like it came from. It looked like it came from overseas, and then it got just held up in Dallas.
Oh, okay. So for those of you who didn't catch last time, the reason why we're talking about a karaoke machine is because Joker is putting on his own one-man telethon, or is it telethon?
I make it this way. I'm like the Wish.com version of Jerry Lewis for muscular dystrophy. We're gonna be raising funds for my son's muscular dystrophy and making sure that we get enough money for his gene therapy for every year. And then obviously we have some stuff that we have to do here. We have to widen hallways. We have to like, there's like so much stuff that's been going on behind the scenes here that we haven't talked too much about. But the way my son's bedroom set up, we have to completely reconfigure a bathroom so it's wheelchair accessible. He doesn't have a wheelchair accessible bathroom anywhere. All that's going to be happening in the next couple of months, but we also have to widen one of his doors, reverse the door so it opens all the way so he can get his regular manual chair through it.
Okay.
So there's all sorts of stuff like that that we need to do. So we're going to be doing this about. We hope that we only have to do one per year, but it looks like we're going to have to be doing several. But we also then, whenever we go to events, we raffle stuff off. But in the next month or two, we have BattleBusAdventures.com will be a 501c3 charity organization.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I want to see how that goes. That thing, how that's going to be kitted out.
Man, I really wish I can. Like right now, it's like part of me wants to say, you know what? I really want to go to the prison first, pick up the bus, come up to Bad Blood, and just park it up there. But it doesn't look like it's happening this year. But I will tell you, next year my son is coming to Bad Blood.
Good, good.
We were seeing if there's any way that we can finagle it for this time around. There's just no way. We
It's
have
I would be yeah, that's kind of really short timing
if
wise.
I would do it if it wasn't for my wife's work. My wife's work, they're moving into they're getting ready to move into new offices, so it's the wrong time this year to do something spontaneous. But next year definitely, Damien's coming up, and then his track chair will be fully set up and ready to go with padding and plexiglass armoring and all that, so he will be safe. Um, and maybe the tracking system with the automated gun might be set up in that time too.
Well, I'm sure you could. The easier part is mounting a gun on that chair. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's all the other things that they want to do. It's like Greg really wants to make it to wherever Damien turns his head, that's where the gun moves. And I was like, that's going to be badass. Um, so he will be probably something that people take cover and hide behind as he's going around. It's like behind the chair because we're going to put a little kill plate on it for people to hit. So it that should be a heck of a lot of fun. That thing's a beast, man. I was riding around in it. I was having a blast.
What's the top speed on that thing?
A good walking speed, like maybe 6, 7 miles an hour. So it doesn't seem that bad until you actually it's that fast until you actually start going up a hill, and then the thing outpaces you because it just
It doesn't
goes.
stop.
Oh,
Okay.
it's yeah. The thing is absolutely. I've already made myself go whoa because we went to go. I went to go up on my back patio. We have there's about a maybe 4 or 5 inch drop, and then going up it the first time, and then you're rocking
Are you
forward.
going up a ramp, or are you actually going up the steps with that thing?
No, not even steps. Just this thing could do a 1 foot tall vertical incline. It could go right up over it. Now, I will tell you, it makes you pucker up tighter than a snare drum. But it is truly awesome. You're like, whoa!
Do you feel like you're gonna fall back and it's gonna
Yes.
roll over you?
But you know what I'll do? I'll link it in a second here.
Do you have footage of like a helmet cam of being inside on it?
You not
should.
available yet.
Okay.
I don't have it available yet because I took a bunch of video today. I just didn't cut it. Literally, I came home. We had a raccoon getting at our birds again, so we had to secure the birds some more. So I was out there in the heat and everything else. It's hot down here.
How hot is it over in Florida?
So
right
it's
now?
100% humidity right now.
Yeah.
It was like 95 degrees. It felt like 108 because there was no wind. It was stagnant. I mean, I jumped in the pool like 3 times. But just to give you an idea here, here's him trying it out for the first time going onto the beach.
Just go up to the lighthouse station and turn around and go back, bud, okay? Damien, turn around. Come back. That is no.
Now, was that local news? Because I saw the big beta cam.
Yeah, that's a local news station. I believe it was Channel 4. They haven't aired the story yet, I don't think. I don't think they aired the story for it yet. Channel 12 put up the footage that we recorded about it. I really need them to mention my name so I can actually get verified on TikTok. But we will be having a lot of video of him inside that chair. So I got to cut a lot of it together. One of the goals that I'm trying to do is I'm gonna go to 4 or 5 more of the my local town. It's really a city's parks.
Mm-hmm.
Take them on the trail systems so we can encourage the town of Davie, Hollywood, the city of Hollywood, the city of Plantation, Cooper City, all them to purchase some of these, that they could be kept at some of these parks that people could then rent and use that have limited mobility, so they can experience the trails. Broward County has some of the largest trail systems in the entire state of Florida that are interconnected, and most of the people can't access or use them because that are mobility limited, because they're not paved, they're unpaved, they're natural trails, and they just have no real way of going through them because of the current chairs that are out there. That treaded system, my God, is it amazing?
It's a tank. It literally is.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome. So going back to Bad Blood,
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
we keep diverting away. It's real cool stuff, guys. We're just diverting away from that. Um, we're ending at like 5 o'clock, and then on Saturday, right? Is it
Yeah.
5? Okay,
Yeah.
and then
For, if not sooner, depending on the weather, because it's been pretty damn hot. So.
well, the heat's not going to affect me.
Oh yeah,
You know?
yeah. For
It's
you,
going to affect
but-
other people. Not
Yeah.
not going to affect me.
So
Speaking of that, have you guys thought about maybe getting a few cases of water to be dispersed at the spawns?
yeah, let me check up on that, because that's one thing that Tim was proposing. And again, he didn't put it out last time because it wasn't that hot. But I'll make sure that happens. So I'm going to put that on my to-do list. Water stations.
Because that might be a good thing to have set up. I mean, guys, you should start hydrating now for the event. How hot is it going to be there?
I mean, I can't imagine any weather prediction is going to be accurate this far out.
Well,
No, it's way too far ahead. Even in 10 days is kind of iffy.
Yeah. But how's it been right now, Nick? I mean, I know New Jersey's not quite that part of Pennsylvania, but
Well, now it's about, well, today it's been mid 70s and raining. The next few days, though, I'm looking at the forecast is going to be high 80s, some rain. Going to hit 90 in one of these days, but 70s and 80s for the rest.
Yeah,
so it's been right now. It's been in New Milford, Pennsylvania. It's been today it was 71 with a low of 59. So it looks like
pretty mild.
The 10-day forecast going up through the 26. It looks like the highest it's showing up there is like 77, 78, 79 degrees.
So knock on
of
wood
course,
that
when the
stays
sun's
that
blaring
way.
on you. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the sun blaring on you, who knows? But could feel hotter. But guys, hydrate now. That's my runner weather. That's my winter.
So yeah, just be prepared. We're gonna the biggest injuries we usually have been heat related. Well, that's pretty common with any airsoft field in the summer. So just bring plenty of hydration, and as Joker said, hydrate before you get to the game, days before, because that just keeps your water and electrolyte levels good on your body. And throw a little bit of salt in potassium salt in your water container, and just to keep your electrolytes up when you're out there.
One of the things I do is I mix half a bottle of Gatorade or Powerade with a bottle of water.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't give you that sugar overload. It doesn't give you electrolyte overload, but it gives you a nice, easy balance. The Pedialyte mix works real well because they almost had to give that one kid the silver bullet, right? The kid that passed out last year.
I don't remember the kid. It was an older guy.
I didn't know. I mean, I ran past the incident.
Oh, okay. I shouldn't say his older guy. I mean, he was definitely in his late 20s, I'm guessing. And we
That's
had to
a kid
actually
to me. I'm 44.
okay. I would say he looked like it was late 20s or early 30s. But we had to actually get a pair paramedics out there to take him out, because he just wasn't he wasn't entirely lucid. So, but yeah, it was a heat injury. It was just heat exhaustion, that guy, and it just snuck up on him. I mean, I don't know, his entire story, but he was fully geared up, and it was just too hot for him and running around, and he was out in the
Tippman
town. So
yeah,
there's no cover from the sun out there, because
and that sun was the UV index was high last year. I remember that, because I mean it was like I was like, man, I'm glad we're going to the pine forest soon. This is ridiculous. It was hot. I'm a Florida boy and that was hot. So let's talk about that. If you don't mind, I'd like to really
Yeah.
talk about people that, all right, for bad blood guys, you don't need your full kits. You really don't. You don't need to have the full plates. You don't need to carry all the extra weight. You don't need to have a backpack full of stuff and all that. Really shed down. I can't. I mean, I've been proponent of this for like the last like 3 years playing airsoft. But the problem is when you get your plate carriers on, it's trapping all the heat next to your
Yeah.
body. Now you could get some of those body armor vents or the ice checks to go in there. Body armor event actually works real well to keep it up there, but even still, all that stuff's compressing that heat to your body. Um, Microwigs, exactly. Bring just a I don't know how many mags everybody else
I
uses.
always wore just a chest rig, just because just to keep my back, exposed to the air just to get the heat off. I only ever ran a chest rig.
I go complete opposite. I don't run a chest rig. I run a hydro pack. That's it. I wear a battle belt with with an H harness and a hydro pack on back. Mostly because I'm also running, so all the coolness comes on. Because I don't wear the padded shirt during the day of Bad Blood. I wear that only for the zombie game, and you best believe I'm wearing it for the next zombie game. But guys, try to drop weight. You don't really need to be carrying 30 or 60 mags, just because mags weigh more than when you have.
You
I'm
got
picking on
eight
one of my own
mags.
guys. I picked
Okay.
on one of my guys. I'm picking on one of my guys. He literally came on the field with a backpack with 30 mags loaded in it. I was like, why?
You better be
Why?
putting that down at a fob or something, because I wouldn't want to be running
With
around with
his
that.
gun, his tank, and everything else, he knows I love him, and I'm not really making fun of him. It's just that people think that they need to carry all this stuff through. It's like, look, um, I carry maybe 10 mags. For Bad Blood, I carry like 12. I carry all 6 on. No, it's 10 mags. I carry 10 mags, and I keep my Odin and a bottle of BBs in my back pocket, in my back dump pouch. I have 2 dump pouches. So I get lighter as the day goes because my hydro pack also has about a gallon and a half of water, like 2 gallons of the mixture I do. And as the day goes, I get lighter.
And one thing you also got to bear in mind for those folks who are coming out, this is a game where you will be walking a lot. You'll be playing the entire field, so it's not like other typical woods games where you're spending half the game defending someplace where you're just sitting down the entire time. No, you're going to be, if you're playing it right, you're going to be walking the entire 100 acres. So be prepared for that kind of an experience. So that's another reason why, as Joker said, you gotta dress appropriately for what your action is. And in this case, it's going to be a little different than your typical airsoft woods game.
Most of the time, if you guys are doing this right, you're really not going back to your main respawn point either. You should be staying with your mobile triages and respawns. The only time that really need to be going back anywhere is if you literally run out of ammo. And since, well, I don't want to encourage that next thought I was going to have, but if you read the rules, you can see what is and is not excluded, and there's other ways that you can really make yourself lighter, be compliant within the rules, and be, hey, I don't need to go back to my respawn that often. I don't need to bring the bag, because even if you have a backpack, the backpack with just materials 3 pounds, that's not heavy. Well, when you're wearing 3 pounds all day long, it adds up. It
Yeah,
starts to
totally.
drag. Like, oh, my chest rig, I don't have plates in it, so my chest rig or my plate carrier is only 8 pounds. 8 pounds adds up. You have a 7 pound gun. You have, another 10 pounds in ammo and mags on you. You have what? How much does a gallon of water weigh? Like 3 pounds or 4 pounds, something like that.
Yeah, 4 pound.
All
Like
that weight adds up, but you just don't realize how much you're stacking on your body.
now, Nick's crew's got a little bit easier since they are the defenders of this
Yeah,
game.
they're on easy mode. They just our stuff's right here.
Yes and no. I mean, sometimes if we're going to be roaming around, we're going to still want it to be light. I some years I've stayed in Tippin Town. Other years I've went all over the place. So yeah, a gallon of water is like 8.6 pounds or something like that. It's a lot.
Yeah, that's why what most people don't realize with the weight is my point. um, but I mean, the tribals actually, all the tribals I've seen have done it right. They're wearing next to nothing,
Yeah.
and they're like, ha, we
Oh,
have our little.
I don't have it here, but yeah, I have my Hawaiian shirt, and I think a
Just some
couple years I've
webbing.
gone with my tactical kilt. You know,
I feel so bad for the one guy in the tactical kilt that I shot under.
Oh.
I was going up the ravine, and then he was at the top of the ravine, and it soared right underneath, and he just went down. I was like, I think he's hit. Because if you're doing it right, you're not wearing underwear. You're not wearing anything underneath that.
Even if you're wearing underwear, you better be wearing like super baggy boxers or something. I don't. It's like, oh.
With as hard as my gun hits, I feel sorry.
Uh,
Sorry, not sorry.
nobody's playing with cups or anything. So.
No, so when I first started, I tried a cup once, and I was like, screw this. Chafing, that hurts.
Oh my gosh! I even got chafing a couple of bad bloods just me walking around. I wasn't even playing, but yeah. So I can't even imagine.
Well, as I tell people, I have acidic sweat. Like my pH of my sweat is kind of high, so if I'm
Yeah,
running,
me too. The only reason I know this is because my laptop, it's a MacBook, and just from resting my hands on it, it'll pit along the where the keyboard is, and it's like
yeah,
nobody's like that. It's just mine does it.
it's my diet more than likely. But I went to the doctor because I was like, why do I keep having this chafing issue? And he goes, is it right after you do exercise? He goes, yeah. He goes, all right. They put me on a stress test anyway because I'm old, and then they tested it, and he goes, yeah, because your pH is acidic. Your sweat is acidic. That's why you're essentially getting it's not even chasing. It's more like a chemical burn.
Oh my!
Um, so it's like, ow, okay. So I have a cream for that.
Sorry, folks. Too much information. I know.
Well,
We've delved into this, but if you
you know,
have, it's good to know because some of you folks may be experiencing the same thing when you're playing. You know?
well, I used to one of the things that could help people with chafing is, it's what I used to do for when I used to bicycle quite a bit. When I used to do a lot of cycling, is Vaseline. That can help with chasing.
And they actually have products like Glide
Yeah.
for runners. Yeah, but
So
basically it's the
there's
same stuff that you use for deodorant, except
Mhm.
like a Speed Stick, but without the fragrance or anything like that. It's just yeah.
That's the next thing I was going to say. You can actually use deodorant in between your legs as well to help you with that. Um, that's just I usually have it. Don't use this. That's my warning of that. That's not the deodorant you really want to use, guys. But I was trying everything to figure out what it is. So even with they're like, oh, just use powder. I was like, tried that. That's even more abrasive. No, thank you. Um, but
and yes, please wear deodorant for everybody's sake.
yeah, especially you guys are camping, especially you guys plan to play the Friday night game, the Saturday game, the Sunday game, and you're camping because there's no showers at EMR, right?
I thought there were. No, there aren't.
I don't think so. I could be
Last time
wrong.
I don't think they were open.
Oh, okay, that's what happened.
I mean,
Okay.
he had the sinks that were open. I know because I used them for cleaning up the brisket stuff. Dude, wipes.
Actually, who was it? Old Spice used to make these great wipes that came in. They're basically like individual packs of these like kids wet wipes, but they were scented with Old Spice instead of smelling like baby powder. But I used to love those things to bring in my airsoft games. Oh, there's
Well,
okay. No showers.
there are no
Thank
showers.
you.
I didn't think there were. But this is all stuff to help people out. When they go out there. Because I know last year, there was a bunch of people that were waddling by the end of Saturday because it was hot. They were sweating more than normal. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
there's a
it's
couple
one stop,
places
right?
nearby that you could pay for showers and all that. That's why I have a hotel. I'm just saying.
Are those campsites?
There
I
might
think
be
there's a truck
campsites.
stop that you can do that, right?
Yeah, There's a Love's
Oh.
not that far away either, too, and it's like a few bucks to
Mm-hmm.
get a shower there. That always just weirds me out. The only time I ever used one of those was when I was on a long drive. I was getting tired. I was like, I
Oh,
need a
I figured
shower.
you'd use those places more because you do
Nah,
have such long drives.
no, normally what I do is when I do when I do a lot of this travel, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll drive until I start to get tired, and then I'll find a hotel within the next 30 to 50 miles, and then I stop at my hotel, go inside, take a shower, go to bed. So,
So that,
like when we leave from the zombie game, it's going to be stinky in the car for about 5 or 6 hours until we get. Well, I always bring a change of clothes and
yeah,
use
yeah.
deodorant and all that, but you know, 5 6 hours down the road or 10 hours or whatever until we find a spot, then that's when I'll stop, take my shower and everything else.
Nothing like the smell of the car after a long airsoft game if you have a long drive, especially all
Oh,
that gear that you've been sweating into, and you're not going to ever wash your chest rig.
that's why I love bringing my truck because I have the toolbox in back. I throw all the gear. It's like anybody that goes to bring the gear and stuff in is like toolbox. Uh, I do a 3-day gaming event and hand those out. They do wonders for the smell.
Oh, handing which out the dude
The
wipes?
wipes, yeah.
Okay.
When I used to do conventions, we actually had a branded for Vile Genius Games convention pack. So if somebody came by and we got hit with the odor, like day 2 or we would just start passing them out, and it's like care package. And the guy goes, "I don't need it." I goes, "What?
Yeah,
Do
no,
I don't need. What's this for? I don't need." It was like, "Oh yes,
yeah,
yes you
Yes,
do."
you do.
That was Sarah's idea.
yeah. I don't know
um,
why that. What's up with that? With at cons, like guys will show up and they just reek. Is that they
well,
don't know?
no, it's a combination factor of like sort of like how airsofters camp. A lot of people that go to these conventions might not have enough that want to save money, so they'll just crash wherever. They'll essentially be homeless for 4 days, 3 or 4 days, sleep in their cars. Sleep. I mean, Gen Con, you had people passed out in the outside the convention, like the convention center. They're sleeping off to the sides in chairs or whatever that are not inside of the exhibitors area because they don't kick out because gaming goes on 24/7.
Oh right,
So
yeah,
there's stuff like that that happens. It's not unusual.
It's worse for
Well,
cons like that, yeah, where it's open 24/7, and like with
yeah.
New York Comic Con, it's a little bit better
That's
because
what I
they
was
actually
thinking
close
about.
at nighttime.
I can understand it with a gaming con, but like a Comic Con, it's like you have there's no excuse other than your own poor hygiene.
and
Yeah,
there's definitely that. I mean, when you think about it, think of the demographic that conventions attract. They're stereotypes for a reason.
Yes, yes, I can agree to that.
Being homeless, it's worth it though. Being homeless a few days is always fun. I got convinced once, and I didn't realize what it was, and we had to stay there. We did it was a 36-hour long convention where the exhibit hall stayed open 36 hours. We never went back, but that was 4 o'clock in the morning. People are coming up to buy games and crap. I was like, what the hell's going on? Uh, Water bottles, wet naps, and deodorant whenever I go homeless for a few days. Um, but that's sort of the cool thing about this, about Bad Blood, guys. The community out there is going to be awesome. Now, I
Well,
guess the other question comes up: are we
yeah.
getting more porta potties over last time?
Oh, I didn't hear that was the that if it's an issue, we probably will because of just the number. Because we had to adjust our number up this year, so I'll maybe that's another. I'll put that on the list to make sure that they've upped the number that they're reserving because we have we have 200 and I think it's 200 more players than last year.
Because I know right now that the two porta potties that were over by the bunkhouses were overflowing.
Oh, not the ones down by the office, the store. You're talking about the ones at the bunkhouses.
By the bunkhouses, yeah, those ones
Oh,
were the
okay,
worst. Like, and
okay.
that's the thing. It's like, I'm sure Timmy's not going to like this, but that's why I like to water trees because it doesn't fill up the porta potties.
So maybe I'll just mention that to him. We'll find out if they're going to be bringing any more down. But I think we could have done with one less down over by the store, and if they would have moved it up to the bunkhouses, that could have at least alleviated 50% of the overflow.
Oh,
So
which Iron Horse, Wolfman? Because I was at Iron Horse 3, and that was a problem. They only had like one porta potty over by each CP too. That was for a mile and a half walk at Guardian Centers. That was kind of ridiculous. Yeah,
agreed.
okay. You and I were both there. It was. If you're on the green side, you know what I'm talking about. It's like there was guys standing up there. I was like, screw this. um, I was Haas, I believe. I was green, whatever the hell green side was.
Now, one
Um,
thing I'm getting back to Bad Blood for a second, and you brought it up, Joker, about the zombie game. Now, we've been trying to balance out, the everybody want to bring interesting guns to shoot at, but and I keep on saying this, that it's much more actually enjoyable when you simplify and the kind of guns choices that you do have, and for that, just a simple cheap 3-shot plastic pump shotgun is probably the best weapon you're going to have for my kind of zombie game. One I'm toying with the idea for next year is
Pistols only.
just Springers only.
The
So
only downside with Springers that I hate is you have to keep doing the cocking thing, and when you have a lot of zombies, that becomes problematic. What I would say is, if you really want to bring it down, is that stock gas blowbacks only pistols. No, nothing HPA tapped or anything else. Just green gas or CO2. That's it. And that way, no shotguns or anything else. I mean, the big problem that comes down the line that I see with it, and my body was a testament to it. You got guys with HPH shotguns. That's what did the most damage to my body that you guys saw was the do with the HPA shotgun. I was like, mother,
oh
I'm gonna
man,
get you.
how many rounds was you shooting off per shot with that thing? Was
3.
it just 3? But it was
It
really
was
hard.
it was a try shot. They hit, they hurt, and I was determined because I got taken out because of my teammates were idiots. I don't know if one of them's watching right now because I just messaged him, but I got shot by my own teammate that I was running with, and I got a little bit.
in
Yeah,
the, in the front or the back, or were you a zombie at the time?
no, I was not a zombie. I was very much alive, and I got shot enough times to turn me into a zombie, and I was like, "Whew, I'm gonna kill everybody now." Because the first 2019, I was one of the few guys that were up on the top that was able to fight off. Fight. We were in the castle.
Oh, in the
And
castle.
it
Okay.
was the wave of bodies that kept coming over to try to take me out, and I'm just like backing up, and I'm shooting them, and I'm like, oh geez, I had to. And when I had to reload in the last mag, it was a bad mag, and the BBs were just plopping out. I was like, crap! It really was like it was World War Z. I just got swarmed. I was like, I'm a zombie now. It was a great experience, and that's when we allowed SMGs there, and then we've taken it out for this time where it's
Yeah,
now
yeah.
spring because it needs to come down. I mean, we too many people are coming up with highly upgraded guns, and that's not the spirit of this game, especially with the level of hits that are there.
Yeah, because people are getting just hurt for no good reason. Um,
Will you be at Traders Day at Fallen on July 15th to the 17th? Um, I think Sin's going. I don't know about. Oh crap! I didn't send him a link. I should have sent him a link. Oops, sorry, Sin. Um, I don't. I want to say if Smurf's watching, Smurf has a schedule, and I can find out for you. Me, it's going to depend on if I'm doing another convention or not, and how well I do at Florida SuperCon. If I do well at Florida SuperCon, I'll say, the hell, I'll go. Gas is just money, right?
that's going to be, yeah. Unfortunately, that's one of the things about this year is that the biggest expense you're going to be spending is the gas to get to the game. Now, to answer Wolfman's question, yes, you can use a Springer sniper rifle. provided it doesn't exceed our. It's still going to be 333 FPS. So
It's gonna hurt.
yeah, but you're not going to be able to bring your 400 FPS
You suck, sir.
Springer rifle. So
It's,
if,
you're not gonna get shot with it. I'm gonna get shot with it.
so you're not going to be able to bring your normal Springer sniper rifle that you're going to use for the normal game to the zombie game.
Let's explain it this way, guys. If you're planning on bringing a sniper rifle, I think you're planning on being a zombie pretty quick.
Yeah.
The zombies are not slow. I mean, if they get shot, some of us, even if we're dragging a foot behind us, can shuffle really fast. Just don't bother. I mean, literally, pistols are going to be your best bet.
Pistols or the shotgun. I keep on saying that the 3-shot Toki Marui or the clone of Toki Marui 3-shot shotguns are the best for a zombie game. So
Well, the zombie game's starting in the city again, right? Are we starting it inside of the castle?
That's going to be starting in the city again.
Okay, so in the city, yeah, there's not a lot of places for you guys to hide. It's because Wolfman's saying ghillie suit. It's like there's not a lot of places for you to hide. I think 2 people had sniper rifles last year, and they were zombified real quick. I use my trash ghillie. That trash ghillie is pretty sick. I'll give you that much, man. The AMS Cam 870 12 shot. No, Bradley. I'll say no. I don't want to get shot. I hate the Flak 10. You think I want to get shot with 12 BBs?
I may
Now-
still
Alright,
have my
fuck it.
old 8mm around here somewhere.
Oh, can you
All right,
still get
that's it.
BBs for that?
Yeah, it was a 3-shot 8mm BB. I don't even know if I have it anymore. It's probably lost somewhere.
So if you get Moondog, to your point about using a shotgun, right?
Yeah.
You only get 10 shots per shell. If you have the M4 conversion, that's cheating. But even still, you don't have a whole lot of shots that you're going to be able to do. So you're going to get caught reloading with the shotgun. I learned that the hard way. I'm running. This gun's heavy. I'm running.
Yeah, that's true. At least if you're running, okay. Let me correct myself. I would go with the shotgun as my primary, but always have a gas blowback pistol for when you're running, because you're not going to be able to pump, turn around, and shoot effectively.
There was 4 shotguns that were brought to you at the end of that zombie game, because I was like, where the hell's... Oh, let's announce that, right? Guys, if there's a gun on the ground at the zombie game, if it's like a shotgun or a rifle, leave it, please. The person that got the zombie probably put it there and doesn't want it being moved because they go into panic mode when their Jagarms SPX is suddenly missing. And you're like, where's my gun? Where's my gun? Where's my gun?
Here's another tip for everybody coming out to the game. Put your name multiple places on your gear, because I get so much stuff brought back to Lost Found. By the end of the game, we've got a huge box, which, by the way, for those of you who don't know, if nobody claims that stuff, we tape it up and we raffle off the box the next year. The contents of which, the only thing I ever do with that is I'll take out the batteries from some of the radios or whatever, because if they're lithium or whatever, you don't want them draining and catching fire. But other than that, yeah, make sure your name's on everything, because when it gets lost, it gets brought into the office, and one of the check-in staff, you can go up to them and ask if somebody's turned in something. And surprisingly, most of the time, people will bring what you've lost, and we've done a good job of when somebody comes up and asks for something, if it's there, they'll get it. It's the stuff that gets lost and nobody comes and asks for it that just boggles my mind. Why nobody's, some people just figure oh, I've lost it to the gods of airsoft, and Oh well, it's just a
There's my
sacrifice. Of data.
there's my like the guy that dropped the hater like 8 times at Black Blood 2019. I turned that thing. I gave it back to the guy like 3 times. When I found it, like when the very end, I was like, "Oh, it's that dude over there that has the that was the wilderness scout." I was like, "That's his hater." And they go, "You sure?" I was like, "Yes, it's his hater." Silver
Silver
Shark.
Oh yeah,
Sharpie.
silver sharpies. That's your friend. That should be part of your kit in any airsoft loadout is a silver sharpie.
All of my stuff has Joker written on them, and I think I'm the only Joker going to the event, so my stuff should be easy to return to me. Um, Although I did lose a tracer, I don't know how. The tracer fell off my gun at the prison. The prison has eaten it somewhere.
I've had stuff for mine brought in, but one of it was intentional because I think I put it into the I offered it up in the box that we raffled away. One of I think it was a red dot that I owned or whatever. I figured somebody could use it. But I've had stuff that like I've dropped a radio in the while walking around the dealing with stuff in the game, a spare radio, and people have brought it back. So that's great. So people are it surprises me and delights me that and gives me warm and fuzzies when people that people are still good out there and they'll bring back stuff. But have your name on it because it just makes everybody's life easier to find you.
Yeah, that's the important factor. I realized that after I lost a pistol when I first started playing airsoft, and I couldn't prove it was mine, but I'm pretty sure it was mine, but I didn't have my name on it, and that person, somebody stole my V12, and I found it at a pawn shop with my nickname all over it. Keep backup pics on my phone. Yeah, I'm still searching in the Crescent area for all of my airsoft pistols that got stolen from the prison. They stole my entire thing. I have no pistols right now.
Oh, that's right. Now, the one year I think we spent a fruitless hour looking for somebody's wallet. Turns out there was in the car. Yeah, we put it on the radio. Like, has anybody found this? Because they needed their driver's license to drive back. So we had like an embed from 2 of the different factions looking for this guy's wallet, and it turns out it was in the car. It fell on the floor of his car. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, I lost mine at Copan. I lost my wallet. That's why I never bring my. Lost my wallet with about 400 in cash in it. Just.
Well, yeah, at that point, it's like take the cash. I'd like my ID.
Oh, it's in the woods somewhere. I can tell you that much right now. It's in the woods. I think I actually know exactly where it is if I go back out there because I was being pinned down by the Junkies Humvee when it was happening. And I was like, God damn it, mother. So yeah, and ever since then, what's out there? I have one of those Ridge wallets that I keep all the essentials in. I actually now have a second driver's license that I keep inside the truck in case I lose my driver's license.
Oh, that's smart.
So yeah, I mean, I typically don't carry my wallet out anyway because I don't want to lose it out there. And if you guys really need it, I keep my my emergency contact card on me. So if I'm knocked out, it's usually right in my shirt pocket. But yeah, I don't carry any of that stuff out there. My keys to my truck, that ain't going out there either. That gets locked inside the truck. Don't forget that.
That's good to have emergency ID and emergency contact on you because if you do get an injury that is like either a major heat injury where you're unconscious or God forbid you're like that guy who whoa
Nick.
That's big hum somewhere.
Oop.
That was from Nick.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
It's still there. Little feedback. There,
Okay.
It's gone.
It's good to have that information. That's the reason why we have it on our waivers. But it'd be faster if you had it, on your person as well, just as a good backup. Just especially and for those of you who are coming out who have a known issue, like if you have to take an EpiPen because you're allergic to bee stings or something like that.
Please have that on a wristband, like a medical alert wristband.
Yeah, but let
would be
folks. Not only should you let your teammates know around you, but have that visible on your gear because you know, you may your buddies may not be next to you when something like that happens. The oh, there's a we missed that. Zombie Death Mask asked, yes, there will be a lost and found bin. It may or may not be in the store. It may be over to the side where registration sign in is, but there will be a lost and found bin. So yeah, EDS. What's EDS? Dislocates easy. Emergency. You'll have to tell me what EDS stands for because I'm not sure what that means.
Ehlers-Danlos syndromes. I probably just pronounced it all the way.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it's a condition. Sorry, I thought.
It's a rare inherited condition that affects connective tissue. So he has dislocations.
Okay, that's good. That's
I knew
really
what it was.
smart.
I just had to look up the actual name of it because I've had a buddy that had the same thing before. He used to be a skater, kind of sick when all of a sudden he had to pop his arm back into place.
Woo. Okay.
Lovely. You still getting feedback from me or no? It's okay.
You're good.
It was fixed when you got that last time. You had that confused look on your face that fixed it.
What kind of
weird.
mic are you running right now, Nick?
It's just some, I don't know, some mic I got for free. What it's a
Was it
streamer type microphone with the
Was it the
shield there.
VGU that I posted up a link to?
No, I think
No.
my wife got this one somewhere for free.
Okay.
But while we're on it, name tapes.
Oh yes.
Get yourself some name tapes, guys.
Otherwise, we're
It has
gonna.
to be duct tape with a silver Sharpie, sure.
Yeah, that'll
name
work.
tapes are much easier to see.
Yep, Amazon. You go to Amazon, they're like $8. Here, I'll get you guys a link.
1-800 name tape.
Yeah,
That's
cheaper than that. Go to 1-800 name tape, and they're veteran owned, so
Yes.
that's another good reason why you should go to them.
I got it in like just over a week, so if you order now, you'll have it in time for the game.
Yeah, and they've got just every different kind of camo background that you can specify what kind of thread you for your name. I get all my Moondog ones from.
Yep, I went straight red for Bad Blood, and then the camo one for my multicam, so it works out.
Yeah, I got to get that red one. That's a good point. I got to get that one for my RSO duty at the range. So.
If that doesn't work, literally, you also have. There's so many places you can get them from. Like
Yeah.
Amazon, you'll have them before the 20th. You know what? I was actually going to ask you, Moondog. Have you guys talked to On to Go Surplus yet about coming out to a Bad Blood event?
No, who are they?
They're actually some really awesome people that I know from down there. They're in North Carolina. I've been to a couple of events with them. Stephanie and Mark are fantastic.
On the Go Surplus?
Yeah, they have a lot of surplus stuff, and they could actually make name tapes on the fly.
Ooh.
Wow. That would be cool. Maybe a little bit too late for this year, but
yeah. And plus, I got to talk to Evic and the field because vendors. I believe it to both EMR and Evic to decide who they want as vendors because obviously it's going to be on EMR's property, so they've got a vote on that, and so. But I will forward that on if you could send me the info, Joker. I'll Google it just to want to make sure I'm identifying the right folks.
Yeah, it's real simple. Their logo is a white box truck with a puppy dog sticking its head out because they travel with a
dog,
Belgian the other kind of German Shepherd.
Oh yeah,
Malinois.
the smaller one. Yeah,
the Malinois. Yeah, I love that doggo. She is so great.
Okay. Is there any other questions? We're
actually way over time here. I just noticed it. Even though we started late. It's about 1.5 hours, and it had nothing to do at all with like I said, taking naps or
no good.
anything.
No. I guess we could wrap it up. I just wanted to circle back on the Olight promo that's going on, the contest. It's still going on. We're going to be picking the winner next week. and it's the same rules as before. You just have to go to my website, moondogindustries.com slash I think it's Olight. I don't know if you still have that
I'm bringing it up
URL.
right now.
So basically, all you have to do is subscribe to Joker's or my YouTube channel, and I've also got some additional sites, social channels like Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. You can follow or subscribe to any of those. Just send me a screen cap that you subscribed to Joker's channel, my channel, and my other channels. And each of
Each one
those,
counts as an entry, guys.
yeah.
Time to game this is
So that's something that surprised me. Is a couple of folks only sent me like the one or two, just Jokers and Moondog R&D, and none of the other ones. And whereas some folks sent me the whole all six of them, and it's like, okay, great, you've got 6 entries. So just an FYI. And if you entered last time, even easier. Just go through your sent emails and send it to me again. You do have to send it to me again to be entered in this particular contest. But if you've already subscribed to Players Wanted last time, you have a screen cap of that. Just send it again. But you do have to send it, and just note that it's for the Boulder Mini, and you'll be up for it. I believe they've already sent out for the Charlie, the winner last year. I mean, last week.
last week.
last week. So I believe he's already gotten his based on the tracking number that Olight sent me. But I've got to send an email to him to confirm that he did get it. So congratulations on that.
Can you believe in 2 weeks we'll be at Bad Blood?
Yeah, really soon.
Pick it up.
2 more
Fast
weeks. With that being said, time to fire my 75 alt accounts.
Yeah.
Damn it, Wolfman! All right, so people said this one looked a little bit choppy before, so I guess we can leave this stream on a really positive note. Just look
Yes.
at the look on this kid's face when he realizes that he got this.
I love his eyes. He was like, whoa.
Because he didn't know. He didn't know that this entire thing was going to be his day, right? He was like, and then he saw me change out of my Hawaiian shirt into the blue shirt, and he saw me talk to the Make-A-Wish guys. So he looked at me kind of funny, and then he's like, the kid becomes oblivious, right? So then they cleaned this thing up and it parks in front of him. He didn't realize it was actually his, even though I'm telling him, that's yours, bud.
It
Until
didn't sink in.
everyone started cheering, and then it clicked, and he's like, and then he had a blast. So, coming soon to a Bad Blood near you, Tank Boy.
You gotta get that URL.
I know. We just got to find out what he wants to call himself.
Okay.
He literally, he already named it. It's the Sherman one. So for the Sherman tank.
Yes. Good.
Because it is green. But
True.
yeah, he's gonna have a blast when he goes out there. We can't wait to put the plexiglass armor around him so he doesn't get hit. Because as I was concerned, it really was. He got shot really close to his port, so we just have to make sure we protect that.
Oh yeah. Hey, what did you think was going? I mean, what did you tell him? What was going on there? Why there were so many people?
Oh, so I periodically will have barbecues at my house and everything else, and
But this was out on the
together.
beach.
Yeah, but I said, hey, we're going to go out to the beach. As I was walking around the house, I was saying, hey, I want to get all the boys back together. Let's get everybody together. Let's have a big old party. COVID's over, type thing. So
Right. Okay.
he's
That makes
been
sense.
oblivious, and we've been really good. Like each time that we were talking about this whole thing leading on all the streams leading up to it, I keep shutting my bedroom door and then talking really low into the mic, like so he couldn't hear what I was actually saying. That the Make-A-Wish is coming through. He thought his manual chair that he got last month, his brand new manual chair, was his Make-A-Wish, and he goes, He was a little disappointed because he goes, I thought I was supposed to get an
I get
action
an
track
action
chair,
track
and
chair.
we just let him believe that's the chair that he was going to get, so that way this could be a total surprise. And he was floored. I mean, he was just, yeah. I mean, it would wait till you see the videos of me putting up of him going up and then down. Like he's going up, he's like when he's going up the hill, he's like, oh my god, he's freaking out. When he went down, when he realized that he's not going to fall out of his chair, a light clicked on. He's like, I was like, now you're going to be like a daredevil, ain't you? Going to do? He goes, get no, no. So, guys, Damien will be out at probably Bad Blood 2023 is what we're planning
Yeah,
for.
we're
So,
looking forward to that.
um,
Okay,
so if anybody has
everybody.
anything else, I
Eh,
guess our next stream will
Next
be
Sunday.
next Sunday at 9 o'clock, and this time I'll actually set an alarm to make sure I remind myself. I can't believe literally I'm like I heard the ding on my phone. I look up, I was like, oh shit, problem. So in the future, if you guys don't get a link by like 7 o'clock, somebody message me.
But yeah, I'll call you so for sure.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. Is like honestly, I totally forgot with everything going on. It's now that the Make a Wish is over, it feels like today felt like a Saturday. So because yesterday was like work, but all right. With that being said, is there any other questions, comments, or concerns before we go away for the night and see you guys next week?
I think
Start loading them up, boys.
All right. So let me just go over the closings. Players One will be live on Tuesday at 7 p.m. We're going to be talking all sorts of cool stuff. On Thursday, we'll be live again at 8 p.m. talking everything to do with our CP Milsim stuff. And then Sunday is going to be Bad Blood, probably one of the last live streams we have. I
Yeah,
guess we're going to try to do one more at Bad Blood, but it's going to be the last one we have before Bad Blood happens.
yeah,
And then we'll probably do a follow-up one the week after, right?
yeah.
So on July 3rd, just before the holiday. So with that being said, I'm Jerk for Players Wanted. That's Moondog from Moondog Industries. That's Head Kill Nick. Until next time, may your BBs fly true and your opponents call your hits.